Hey everyone, David here from the HC Minutes once more, bringing you another Starcraft 2 replay on the Metalopolis map. So we've got Kiwikaki playing as the Protoss on the right, and here we go, we've got ST Bomber playing as a Terran on the left. So apparently it's a pro replay. I mean, I know Kiwikaki is a pretty good player. I'm not too sure about Bomber though. I suppose it'd be pretty good too if he's well, I suppose if they're playing a custom game or something, then he could just be a low rank player. But if they're playing a rank game or whatever, then I don't think so. But I think it was yeah, I didn't quite remember what replay description line said, but yeah, it was from I think it was MLG, was it? Not really sure. In which case, yeah, they both have to be pretty good then. But anyway, we'll see what happens. In any case, yeah, Kiwikaki going for pretty standard stuff so far. He's going to be scouting the wrong way with his initial probe though. And yeah, ST Bomber's not going to be scouting just yet though. So just see what happens. There we go, ST Bomber finally going for the barracks after the supply depot, and yeah, looking pretty standard so far. In last game that I did, well, depending on the order that you watch, or the order the videos are uploaded in, you might see that game after this one. But in the game with Boxer versus Slayer, I think Boxer actually put the first two barracks in the middle of the map. Very audacious actually, because it could have been scouted off pretty early by Idra, but ended up paying off. Well, in a manner of speaking, was able to keep up the pressure, and yeah, eventually was able to yeah, to destroy Idra, which is interesting to see. Anyway, we have the second barracks coming out for Bomber, and yeah, looks like Kiwikaki is just going to be a bit more painful with his probe, doing a bit of harassment, and yeah, I mean, with probe you might as well, given how quickly its shields regenerate. In fact, it might even be able to take out one of these SVs. Nope, not quite. And yeah, looks like Kiwikaki is going to retreat, and yeah, so Bomber is actually going to be scouting the wrong way as well to begin with. As for Kiwikaki, he's going to be making quick couple of geysers, as well as yeah, the gateway and the cybernetics core. So pretty standard stuff so far. As ST Bomber has only gone for a single gas geyser at the moment. His initial units are of course going to be okay, so a couple of early marines and an early tech center as well, or tech lab, should I say. So maybe he's going to be going for an early stim, and who knows, might even see a, I don't know, 2 barracks pressure maybe, who knows, we'll see what happens. Although that probably won't be the case though, since yeah, he is going for the refinery and all that earlier on, which means yeah, less basic units like marines and all that. Although I suppose it'll also be needed if you're going to be going for things like stim packs and yeah, various other things as well, such as the Marauder and all that, or Marauder, however you want to say it. So yeah, he's managed to secure one of these Ornaga watchtowers, and I'm guessing Kiwikaki is going to secure the other one. Yep, you sure is. We're going to see a bit of a Mexican standoff. Kiwikaki, of course, going for a sentry as well, just to block off the ramp in case if he does get the early aggression from ST Bomber. And yeah, he's going to be going for slightly more advanced units, a couple of Marauders and all that, and well, he's actually going to be making a reactor here, so don't see a factory or anything like... Ah, of course, he's going to be building a command center. So he's actually going to be going for an early expansion with barracks units to defend at the moment. And as for the Lonely Probe, not really sure what he's going to do there. Maybe he's going to create a sneaky pylon somewhere. No, maybe not. Speaking of which... Okay, we don't have the gateways. We do have a couple of gateways coming up. Oh no, actually. That's a robotics facility and a gateway coming up. Don't quite have... Warp gate enabled just yet, but yeah, I guess it'll be enabled in a second. And yeah, we've got to have the robotics facility being built as well. And yeah, we've got 2 gas for Kiwikaki. Still only 1 for ST Bomber. So I guess yeah, he only wanted to go for 1 gas so that he could go for an earlier expansion. Might be a bit tricky to secure, but he is creating a bunker here. Although not really sure why he hasn't sent these infantry units, you know, a bit ahead, you know, just to help guard us, but what the hell. And as Kiwikaki's initial unit out of the robotics facility is going to be the Observer, and yeah, he's going to be morphing these 2 gateways into a warp gate. And yeah, going to be morphing in a couple more units here, just basic stuff here, an extra pylon. He's even got one here, so he can warp in units on the low ground here, so pretty good stuff from him indeed. And yeah, he's going to be expanding as well. Just have a look at their timing. Looks like ST Bomber and Kiwikaki should expand at roughly the same time. Probably should have gone to the units tab actually before I went to check to see what's happening. Got relatively equal drone counts. Army number is looking slightly better actually for ST Bomber, given that he did go for a slightly early expansion and all that. Speaking of which, he's going for a second refinery. We're not seeing a factory or anything like that from him so far, but he is going for Stimpack as well as a couple of Marines and Marauders. So, yeah, by the looks of it, we're most likely going to see a biological build from ST Bomber. And so Kiwikaki, I think his I think his observer might have been spotted because I noticed at least I thought ST Bomber was moving his units to intercept it for a second, but he decided not to, and he also salvaged the bunker as well. Probably seeing that there's not going to be any initial aggression or anything like that. As Kokaki is also going for a couple of Immortals, so just some heavy hitting units, and yeah, he's going to be saturating this expansion as quickly as possible, using chrono boosting, using the chrono boost ability on the Nexus to get more probes and all that. Not really seeing a forge or anything like that from him, and yeah, here we go. Actually going to be seeing Bomber moving out. Kuikaki's going to see that, and he should be prepared. It's going to come down to how well he can deploy these force fields and all that, because really his army is much smaller than ST Bombers, but if he can cut them in half pretty effectively, keep these Immortals in the back and all that, make the most use out of his Zealots, maybe by trapping in, ST Bombers' army and all that, then yeah, hopefully he should be able to beat them off, but I'll have to see what happens. And yeah, we've got ST Bomber going in for another gas geyser. Not going for the second one quite yet, but yeah, he's still continuing to go for more Marines and Marauders, and no additional upgrades, no concussive shells. Oh, actually I did get concussive shells, there you go. Hasn't got the really combat shield ability quite yet. And yeah, of course he's not going to get that. And there we go, the frame rate dipped again. Not really sure what the hell's up with that. Huh. Oh well, I guess it's just how it's going to record Starcraft 2. I definitely won't be able to really play it live and record at the same time like various other games like Battlefield 2 and, Battlezone, Medieval and all that. Given that, yeah, that does also limit the frame rate when it's recording, and yeah, I mean, just having that sort of slow down as well periodically would, would be the best thing either. So yeah, I do have a couple of more barracks being constructed for a Bomber as well. Interesting enough, making them out in the open. He's making a missile turret as well, I think just to detect any sneaky Dark Templar or anything like that, because he does seem to be making it right next to his entrance. So as the Dark Templar might be able to... Oh, actually no, he'll have to be detected by the missile turret no matter where he goes. He's got pretty good placement, so yeah, pretty defensive placement so far, and yeah, we actually got a quick factory by ST Bomber just flying around. I'm guessing he's going to be using that only for scouting. It's interesting. I thought he was going to be building a okay, he's building a Gross Academy, but I thought he was going to be building a factory just so that he could get access to the starport. Oh, here we go, and here's the starports, of course, down here. There's a couple of medevacs already, and yeah, he's going for Vikings already, although I don't think the Protoss player himself has actually got any air units or air production buildings out. It's strange indeed, although he does have a couple of warp prisms though, so just as well that ST Bomber has actually started making air units, although he did cancel his Vikings, doesn't have any in production on the field or out at all, so he could have easily destroyed this warp prism, but I guess not. And yeah, here we go, he actually got Dark Templar been called in as well, but ST Bomber should have... Yep, he's got enough for one scan here, so should be able to detect them with relative ease, stimming his units, and yep, killing off one of the Dark Templar. The Dark Templar did manage to take off about half health from this building, although here we go, this missile turret's pretty much going to solve the need to scan there, at least for that particular building. We still have a Dark Templar out from Kiwikaki in ST Bomber's base, as well as the observer just checking to see what's going on. And yeah, ST Bomber's also going to be noticing this Nexus coming down from Kiwikaki as well, so he's going to be seeing the timing of all that as well. And yeah, we've actually got Kiwikaki being very sneaky of his Dark Templars, but yeah, being a bit too overzealous there, getting detected by the missile turret and destroyed as well. So yeah, still not seeing anything more advanced than biological units and air units being deployed for ST Bomber, so it looks like, yeah, he's going to be going for a biological build. Yeah, as for Kiwikaki, he's actually going to be going for a bit of a Warp Gates heavy build, or Gateway heavy build, I suppose combined with Archons and all that, so it should be interesting to see what happens. I mean, those Archons should certainly be pretty good in taking out these basic barrack units, provided that, or barracks units, should I say, provided that they clump up and all that. That's what they've still got medivacs and all that to heal them up, and we got pretty big Terran Ball as well, actually. And yeah, he's actually got Ghosts and all that out. Making pretty good use of the EMP ability. I think, yeah, they managed to clear out all the energy of these sentries, but not before they put up those Guardian shields. But yeah, they were able to get a few hits off on the Archons, and yeah, I think this is probably going to be curtains for Kiwikaki, and yeah, there's a good GG from him, so... Interesting stuff indeed. So yeah, we're seeing some relatively short games. I was kind of hoping we'd see something a little bit longer, but... and there we go, even a little scan just to pick up any stray Dark Temple or anything like that by SD Bomber, so pretty solid biological play there indeed. So we'll see what happens in the next replay. In fact, yeah, what the hell, I do have enough time to record at the very least one more replay, so I might just do that as well, Starcraft 2. So seeing some interesting games so far though, so next game should hopefully be pretty good too. That's in any case. And until next time, this has been Damien Tidovich signing off.